Hey, welcome back. Uriel Zahriel here. Welcome back to Dark Sorcery. Please like and subscribe. This is video 2 of the series, how to ignite your dark flame and how to flow into the infernal flow. This video is about the construction of your temple. And when I talk about the construction of your temple, I'm not talking about your altar or a physical place. I'm merely talking about the construction of your temple, meaning you personally, or possibly even your perception of your astral you and how you project your reality outside of you, but yet it's still a part of you. Again, there's a perception. Oftentimes, as occultists, I think we get too caught up into what we tangibly have into the here and now. Granted, when you're first starting out, it's very good to have very tangible things that you can grasp and hold and be able to connect. It helps you to actually establish that connection and to build that intuition as well. But further along as you go, you also learn that really ultimately you yourself are and is the generator of all things, and it comes from within. So therefore, everything external of you is truly a placebo effect and is just merely fluff. That is truly what I'm getting at. And most of the time, most beginners will not see that. It's usually you don't begin to see that until you're quite seasoned into the occult or whatever it is that you actually are studying. However, quite honestly, I personally like the perception of having your personal temple within or on the astral and building it as such, because the fact is then it's with you wherever you go. You don't necessarily have to feel burdened down by you have to have such and such object with you and whatnot. You can literally just take a minute and close your eyes or whatever and literally check out a few minutes and look within and be there and be at your astral altar and literally be able to handle things and be able to reference things within and be in that mindset. But this takes a lot of time, a lot of meditation. This is also another reason why meditation is such a fundamental practice to your practice, because it's steps in which you must take in which to develop your practice, and only comes through gnosis. And much of the gnosis that you will gain in your practice comes this way and teaches you to look within and helps you to actually see different paths within your path. Begin to write these things down as they come as well. To help with this mindset, you always have to have this kind of mindset. This is also a very open channel where a lot of spirits or deities do commune and talk to you as well. That is the primal flow of things, is in the astral or in the meditative state. That is also why I always communicate so much through perspectives. This whole video series is not, I don't want you guys to take it as an absolute, as that this is written in stone. This is more or less a suggestion for you to take on your way, in your path, to help you to, say, broaden your perspectives in what to help you to define your path and to guide you into your next level of your path by helping you establish a new paradigm of reality within your path. So many people pick up a book and they just automatically assume that that is the next best thing in the Holy Writ, when truthfully, all things are guideposts. It's not necessarily, just because it's in a book doesn't necessarily mean it's holy or Holy Writ. These are facts. We all learn and process information the same way, by digesting it the same way. We also have to learn to apply it the same way. This is what most paths lack, is a common understanding. And that is the true gnosis, to be able to put that all together. However, that is something only you personally, yourself, can do. And that is also why it is so important for you to seek within yourself and meditate and take the time to look within, to find this information within yourself and find out how that resonates to you, and apply that to you and your path. This is all part of building your temple. Your temple is you. Your circle is also you. It is a perception of you. Just as the universe is just like our skin, it's just the container. Our cells, our blood, everything within us is just like the universe. Like, you can literally take a close-up shot of your eye and compare it to shots of nebulas and galaxies of the sky, and your mind would be blown away, because you know what? It's gonna look the same. You could take a microscopic slice of your heart or a cell, and it would look the same, because there again, I keep repeating again and again and again, as above, so below, as within, so without. This is a major, major, major key in all systems and all throughout all the occult. Doesn't matter what you believe, this is a fundamental truth that a lot of people seem to overlook. This is a major, major key to unlocking many things. So I invite you to really dig in deep into that gnosis alone and really look into that. Also, far as truly meditating, many people lose sight of what meditation can be. So many people get so worried and focused on what meditation, in a mental picture, they think of like the Dalai Lama or the Buddhists or what have you. Mind you, they've been doing this for millennia. However, meditation, quite honestly, like Zen Buddhists, it can literally be the act of doing something. Like personally, in the act of doing art, like me, I do a lot of art. I am so intentively focused on just the act of a brush stroke, or the act of stringing a bead or wrapping wire around a gemstone, or even when I'm forging iron and stuff, the repetitive motion and beat of the hammer on the steel, and the fire and the bellows and the fire on the steel, heating it up and melting it. It's all rhythmic and primal. Those are all meditative states. It's a perception in how you see it in your temple. This is also why I talk so much about this. It's a more of trying to get you to understand a new perception of gnosis, seeing with a new eye, so you can understand. It's all the same thing, but many people just lack the sight. Quit making it complicated. So many people use pride and ego to disguise and deceive people and have delusions of grandeur so they can feel important. And I want to do away with that and make you where you're at, where you are back into your pilot seat of your craft and you get to know your path. That's what I want to be about. I could care less about pride and ego. I simply want to be able to change your perspectives into new perceptions and give you the fuel, be it rocket fuel, to change your gnosis of perception, to change that gnosis and do something with your path and be free. Be a true liberator into your life and teach you true liberation of what this life and this path is truly about. So many people talk and speak and teach as if they're liberators, but they're not. They're truly coming with more delusions of grandeur and more separation and more confusion and more, hey, you must buy my circus for X amount of money. And that's not what I'm about at all. That is not LHP, and that is not freedom. That is, AKA, another form of religious slavery. Fact. Perspectives need to change. There again, you need to be in control of your temple. That's this, not no one else. Absolutely no one else. You personally allow what others see of you, hear of you, speak of you, and know of you. That is true gnosis. Same with me. You can watch all my content. Trust me, if you think I put out everything I know, then you are deeply mistaken. This is a fact. I only share what I am led to share. Fact. If you want to be, I guess, think that this is all I got, then there again, that would be a perception on your part, and again, a deception on your part. It's facts. Just because whoever you're watching, and it's not necessarily me, it can be anybody. Just because you take the time to watch a video, so many people think that by watching one video, being at 1 minute, 3 hours, 20 hours, that you think you know that person. That's the biggest trap of all. These are facts. Know thyself. Know your temple. Create your temple. Create an astral temple. Take the time and meditate and build. Build a better you. Take care of you. Not necessarily on the astral level, but your physical you. Exercise. This is still part of your temple. get in better health. Take care of yourself. Just because you're free to do thou wilt, there again comes the other side of the coin. Just because you're free to do what you want, also you're free to accept all the torment and harm that can come from doing all that you want. Just because you can do it freely doesn't necessarily mean it's good for you either. This is also sound gnosis and wisdom. The choice is ultimately yours. But everything does have a cost. Some people just want to do whatever they want and have no remorse for anything. And that is perfectly fine. That is your choice. It is your life. It is your path. I'm not your judge. This is a fact. And I'm not here to condemn you either. No one is. Another sound fact. However, the truth still remains, as above, so below. There is a counterbalance to all things. It's also a known fact. So keep that in mind. Just because you get to do what you want, you just might want to think, what could be the opposite reaction to what you want? Truth. Just like Nietzsche says, has a dragon ever died from the poison of a snake? I think not. Just saying. I think not. Does anyone ever show everything? I think not either. These are facts. Be ever mindful. Keep studying. Keep learning. Keep pushing forward. Keep learning. That is what gnosis is. And I personally, really, honestly, I think LHP is a shallow term. I even personally don't even like the term Satanist either. That's a very shallow and box-laden term. I hate boxes because there again comes a perception. If you have a box, then there comes limitations. I don't like that. However, there is a term. And it comes from the sect of the Horn God, which I'm a member, just so you guys know. And that's sinisterist. And a sinisterist, honestly, we thrive and thirst for gnosis, knowledge. We just literally have a thirst for it. Like nothing else makes us happier more than to keep learning. Keep learning. And keep learning. It doesn't matter the path. The path is life of everything. To know it and master it all. That is a fact. And the more you get to know that, and you get to put it all together, and you see it all for what it really is, that in lies true wisdom and understanding, and where you start to understand the molding and foundations of true perceptions and really change your realities into better gnosis of better realities for a better tomorrow, and quit buying into other philosophies of bullshit. Build your temple. Know your temple. Lay the foundation cornerstones today. Get inside. Know you. Become. Get into the flow. Gnosis eventually, as you go, in time, as the perceptions change, because that's what learning is. The more you live your life, the more understanding and growing you get, the gnosis obviously will change through maturity. What I learned yesterday, obviously learned by this morning, because I thought about things, regardless of what that is. Those things changed. By tomorrow, they'll change again. As a plant grows, as a child grows, as the earth ages and grows, so does our knowledge. It deepens as roots grow. So does our founding stones of our ancestors and our gnosis and our temple. They sink in. Just as the blood of our ancestors sinks into the earth, it absorbs. Think about this. That is how water and root absorb to grow. Yet, it begins to absorb the food to grow, to flow back up through the root. As one, it shall grow. As above, so below. That's how we know. This is how it really is. Even medically speaking, we as human beings, people, me as a 20-year-old man back then in the 90s, I'm not that man anymore. Not even as a medical carbon-based life form. My cells, even my DNA has changed since those days. That is a medical fact. I guarantee you, when I'm in my 70s, compared to my 20s and today, being I'm in my 40s, at all 3 points, my DNA would not be the same. My cells would not be the same. See what I'm saying? We need to sit there and be the change every day. A new change. A perception. Not a deception. Deceptions are always met with the eye. Sometimes even with the mouth or the ear. But not from the heart. That in it lies, truly, a given art. But start looking within. That is the start. That is the art of not just the LHP, but just living. That is perpetual motion into the flow. When you have that drive and you grow and your gnosis grows and you literally become alive. You can walk. Like the other day, I believe it was yesterday, D.H. Thorne made a post about him walking through his neighborhood. And he was seeing shadows and images and stuff. That in itself is meditation. Meditation is being in that moment, seeing, being, communicating. This too can be you in your temple, doing, living, seeing. Be a part of your ever-moving environment. Take it to the next level. Get out and live your life. Your temple, your altar, is not in the corner of your room, fixed. It's inside of you, living your life. Your circle is your skin. It's all around you all the time. It's a perception of your mind. This is the freedom and the truth that I speak, trying to free and liberate you to get you to take your practice into a more primal state and embrace the primal flow into the actual life that you should have. This is the place that we're meant to go, not to be having a compartmentalized caboodle religion. That we get from being stuck around Abrahamic thoughts for way too long. They're the people stuck in closets. If you truly want to embrace true and absolute freedom into your path, then you must truly let go and learn to flow. This is a truth. And look within. This is the absolute truth. I see way too much in LHP, as much as other cultural paths, how Abrahamic thought has taken captive of all religions, and how they have themselves imparted their philosophies into our philosophies, when that was never a part of our core philosophies, ever. Yet we still cower and ascribe our philosophies to theirs, when that is not ours in the first place. Ours, truthfully, is so much more older and primal than even theirs. These are facts. Awaken to your true heart and start a new start. Get to know who you are. That is the true art. You don't necessarily have to call it anything particular. Be you. But be the best you and be truly authentic from the start. That is the art. It's a primal art. Being you. That's the fact of truly creating the new you, the primal you, the astral you. Build your temple from within. Make it stronger and a new you within. Become what you want to become within. When you do things, do it. Don't say something and don't do it. Do what you say. And as you do your practice, take the time, really think about how you say things. Because when you say things, those truly are words of power. And take the time. Don't take other people's necessary words. Create your own truly make your path alive for you. It is your path. If you are being so called and taught from within to do something different, then by all means, it may not be something that is meant for everyone else around you. It might be totally something for truly just you. Meditate on it. Think about it. Continue to digest it. Meditate about it. Think about it. Commune about it. Talk with your helpers about it. And do it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's applied to everything and everyone. This is another problem with modern day spirituality. Someone might get a course correction for themselves in their path, and then they think, I must share this with the whole wide world, and this means this is the new thing, norm for everybody. That's not necessarily true. This might mean it's something new for just simply you. I'm not here to tell or convince you to do otherwise and get you to do anything new. I'm just simply here to help you become a better you, and you to lead yourself unsupervised. Awaken your heart and mind, please, so you can be your own self unsupervised. That is what I'm all about. I hope this makes some sense. I know sometimes I get on rambles and rants, and sometimes, I talk a little different. My process is a little different. It's just me. I want to be genuinely me. I don't have no scripts. I have no agendas. I literally immerse myself into the flow, and there I go. I don't even rehearse any of this before I go on cam. I literally hit play, and here I am. What you see is what you get. This is straight up as raw as I possibly can be, and real. That's how I want to truly be. Please ask away, ask questions. That's what I want to be about. I don't want to be fake or anything. I just really want to be genuinely the most authentic person, tangible occultist there possibly honestly is. There is not one thing fake or anything about me. Extremely transparent. If you ask, trust me, I'll tell you the truth. But believe me, when I tell you the truth, you might not like it. That's a fact. Trust me, many people get offended by the truth I speak. That's how it is. Either you love me or you hate me. That's a fact. But, again, we're back to perceptions. But I hope these videos do help you grow and help you change your realities into something that will help you grow in your path. And thank you for spending your time here today with us on Dark Sorcery. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment if you like. And have a blessed day, my wonderful beasties. Uriel Zahriel here, helping you change your realities into, or your perceptions into new realities. And you have a blessed day, my beasties. Peace.